Hello, everyone. This is Pastor Winston. Hey, we're going to start into a new series this time. It's called The True and Better Jesus. And so let's get going. I'm going to go over the whole thing, and then every couple weeks, we're going to take a section of it and go forward with it. So I'm going to diminish myself so Jesus can be greater. So here we have The True and Better Jesus. And resources are the biography of Timothy Keller and also his text on preaching. And so that's where this comes from, and he was inspired in a lot of this by Edmund Clowney, who was his professor at Gordon Conwell Seminary. So the true and better Jesus asks the question, the Bible is either about what we are supposed to do or what Jesus has done. And what we're going to see is that everything really points to Jesus. So let's dive in here as we get going into our series here. Starts off, Jesus is the true and better Adam, who passed the test in the garden, a much tougher garden, and whose obedience is imputed to us. Jesus is the true and better Abel, who, though instantly slain, has blood that cries out not for our condemnation, but for our acquittal. Jesus is the true and better Abraham, who answered the call of God to leave all the comfortable and familiar and go into the world, not knowing whither he went. So that took a moment, but no hurry. Jesus is the true and better Isaac, who was not just offered up by his father on the mount, but was truly sacrificed for us all. What God said to Abraham, "Now I know you love me, because you did not withhold your own son, your only son, whom you love from me. And now we know that you love me, because you did not withhold your son, your only son, whom you love from me," or from us. So as we move along about Jesus is the true and better Jacob, who wrestled and took the blow of justice we deserve. So we, like Jacob, only receive the wounds of grace that wake us up and discipline us. And Jesus is the true and better Joseph, who sits at the right hand of the king and forgives those who betrayed and sold him and uses his power to save them. Jesus is the true and better Moses, who stands in the gap between the people and the Lord, and who mediates a new covenant. Jesus is the true and better rock of Moses, who, when struck with the rod of God's justice, now gives us water in the desert. And Jesus is the true and better Job, who became a truly innocent sufferer and now intercedes for and saves his stupid friends. Jesus is the true and better David, whose victory becomes his people's victory. Though they were never filled or lifted, they never lifted a stone to accomplish it themselves. Jesus is the true and better Esther, who didn't just risk losing an earthly palace, but lost the ultimate heavenly one. He didn't just risk his life, but gave his life, who didn't just say, "If I perish, I perish," but also, "When I perish, I will save my people." Jesus is the true and better Jonah, who was cast out into the storm so we could be brought in. Jesus is the real Passover lamb. Jesus is the true temple, the true prophet, the true priest, the true king, the true sacrifice, the true lamb, the true light, the true bread. And so we end these reflections today, ever mindful that everything points to Jesus. The Bible is either about what we have done or what Jesus has done, but everything points to Jesus. The Bible, see it with different eyes and read it, because everything points to Jesus. So let's on off now let you know that we're going to continue in this idea. We'll take each one of these maybe a couple at a time. Dive in a little bit deeper for our devotion and reflection in the future. God bless you, and just have a great week. I look forward to seeing you all. Take care. Bye.